I can still not hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, okay, all right, we're gonna do it something like this.
Okay.
If you don't mind, because I figured out with the brick also. Sometimes something it doesn't work out, so it's gonna show up like telephone and
Uh,
also.
but the sound is not very good, so you have to speak very clear.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Okay, we're gonna combine forces.
That's fine.
Thank you, thank you, Marjolein. Obviously the microphone is making some challenges, so I'm sorry about that.
We just have to be creative, right?
Oh yes, of course.
No.
All right. Can we start with the question which we discussed a week ago?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. All right. What is your biggest challenge when you choose a house? Because I understand that you're living in a house in Holland,
Mm-hmm.
and what is typically there, what is different from the other world, if you don't mind to share.
Well, I don't know what is different, but I can explain what is happening here. At least we bought our house now 10 years ago, and that was before the financial crisis. So, but it was still very hard to get a mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still hard to get a mortgage, even more hard to get a mortgage. But 10 years ago, it was very hard to get a mortgage as well. Because you have to be employed and you have to bring some money. And I did not have a very good contract at that time with my employer at that time. But I did get like a notification of it of my employer, so I could get a mortgage with that notification.
Good. Yes, I remember when I came in Canada 1 year later, they proposed us to take a mortgage, and it was very good conditions. But now they put more taxes for the foreigners in order to protect the economy. So Canadian government is very, very restrictive.
You have to speak into the microphone because it's very hard to understand you.
Understand? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can understand. Yes, I
yes.
can.
Okay, no problem. My pleasure. My pleasure. I said that the Canadian government is very restrictive now. Before they give us some better options when I bought with my wife this unit in the Strata Corporation. So my second question, if you don't mind, Why did this challenge bother you? What exactly cannot make you sleep?
Well, I could not sleep because I didn't know if I got the mortgage because, we had an option on the house and we could lose the option
Mhm.
on the house if we don't have the money. So that was our biggest challenge or problem. I would call it challenge.
Yeah, it's very. I understand you how you feel because if you don't have a mortgage, you cannot have a house, and house is a kind of different mindset. If you're a tenant, how is to be a tenant in Holland? Is it you have some rights, or the owner can ask you to leave whenever he wants?
Uh, well, if you are a tenant, because if you are a tenant, you mean you don't own your own house. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
okay. Then you have it's costing also very much, and it goes up every year. The cost is going up every year, and you cannot. Well, you are dependent on the people who you rent the property from. So,
Yes.
but they do your what's it called? Your maintenance.
Yes, you're not in charge.
Yeah. So, but they charge you for it anyway. So
Yes, they charge you anyway because they increase the rent.
yes, because they can.
Yes, they can. That's the issue. Yeah. And I understand you very well. Here in Canada, it's a little bit different. I mean, the landlord can increase, but the government say up to 2% per year,
Can you?
or let's say you have to have kind of negotiations with the tenant. It's not a free fall like in Europe. I mean, if you're a tenant, you don't have rights actually. Here, it's a little bit more liberal, and especially British Columbia. Because I've heard in Alberta, let's say, if you don't have a rent, the owner has the right to tell you goodbye. But here it's not like this. They have to give you 2 months and then negotiation. Also, the tenant can go to a special institution to complain. So it's not so easy. The landlords to get away with the tenant.
That's also the case in Holland. There
Oh, I
are,
see.
yes, there are rules. There
Oh,
are rules. So, well, there are two different kinds of renting a house, because you can rent a house from your hometown,
I
or
see.
you can privately rent a house. So, and but they have rules, and there are laws to protect the tenants from being kicked out of the house. So,
Excellent, excellent. What solutions did you try to solve the challenge? I think I asked you where did you try to different realtor when you buy the house, but
I did not understand the question. Sorry, again.
I apologize. What what solution did you try to solve the challenge back 10 years ago?
What 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 did my
What's
challenge
the
was?
solution? Solution?
A solution.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about that. I got my notification from the employer I used to work with 10 years ago, and that's what got me the like the
The
mortgage.
permission to mortgage.
Yes, was
Yeah.
uh, of course with my husband.
Yeah,
Because
of course. Of course.
he was also employed. So, but
That's good. Uh, what about the realtor? You said that you know him for many years and he was very helpful.
yes, he was very helpful. But there were also like people who help you to get your mortgage. And that's a friend of ours was working with those people and knew everything about the mortgages and the insurances, and so he helped us. So we were very lucky.
Do you have a mandatory insurance in Holland for the houses?
Yes, you have insurance here, and it is, yes, it's mandatory. Yeah.
Yeah, because
You have
in
to have
British
it.
Columbia it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, the government give you the right where to choose, and this is the challenge because if you don't have an insurance and you cause a leak, then they have to pay the full amount, and many owners don't have. 50% of the owners don't have. In some provinces, it's mandatory, like in Holland, you said.
Yes, it's mandatory. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very excellent because otherwise you cannot cover the damages.
Yeah, you get in a lot of trouble when
Oh
you
yeah,
have
yeah. What are you gonna recommend with this challenge? Let's say if they have to buy a house now, what are you gonna recommend them in Holland?
when if they come from abroad, I would recommend them to well, find someone to know everything what's going on right now in Holland, because I don't know everything right now because it's 10 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the rent is going down. Is going down now. So, but I think you have to have advice from someone who is local and really knows about the mortgages.
I see. That's very nice of you, Bingo, to share this experience because I would like to put it in my future product. What are some things to look out for? You said that maybe a mortgage company to investigate.
Mm.
Do you recommend any realtors, or what do you prefer?
Well, there were several realtors, but just look for one that fits you, like personally, and you get along with, and gives you the right information. And I also recommend to first look around for the area you want to live in, and what do you want for environment or house, or why do you need it? Do you have children? Are there schools around, and stuff like that? Then first do your own research and then go to a realtor.
I see. You said that the city owns the parks and the trees around you. Does the city
Yes.
has the right to tell you how to lawn your garden, or to change a roof or the
No,
fence?
no, because uh, uh, the house and the ground we bought, so it's ours. So we have to maintain our own property. The streets and trees and surroundings, that's not your own property. That's the maintenance of the village or the city you live in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's very nice because in Canada, as far as I know, the city has the right to advise the owner of the house what to do. I mean, in certain moments, of course, not everything, but that, that's very crucial. The difference between Holland and Canada.
mm.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I know
You're
that
welcome.
having a house is a different issue than having a strata. By the way, do you have any clue people who are looking who are living in a blocks or flats? Are they happy, or you don't have such a thing?
uh, if the people in flats or blocks are happy? Do you ask
I
that?
mean, do you have friends who are living in such apartments? Let's say they're living in a community. They're not living like a separate house like you.
Well, I used to have friends who live in flats, and they were very pleased to be there. It costs less, of course, because the houses in Holland are very expensive. Especially in the area, in a few areas, and in the area of Amsterdam, and where there's a lot of
Mhm.
employment. The houses are very expensive.
Do they pay the maintenance fee, or you don't know nothing about it?
They don't pay maintenance fee. If
No.
well, they can rent it, but it's included in the rent.
Mhm.
And it's not like a community, or you do it together, or something like that.
That's very nice. Well, thank you, Marjolein. I'm sorry that I take your time and so long.
No,
And my last thoughts is, I hopefully you learn something from me about Canada, and I also learn a lot of Holland. I was in Amsterdam a few years ago. I was impressed by the city. Hopefully I come in Holland again. It's a really beautiful country.
well, you're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah,
Come
I
and visit
hope you I
then.
hope you enjoy the conversation, and we keep in touch in future.
Yes, and if you have any questions, just ask me. Okay.
Yeah, Marjolein, you're very, very big heart. Thank you for being here with me today morning, and I wish you a wonderful day.
It was my pleasure. Thank you
Thank
for
you. Dank u wel.
Okay.
Thank
Graag
you. Bye bye.
gedaan. Bye.
Dank je. Bye bye. Bye.